So for quite some time now, I've felt like Guild Wars 2 was 2 expansions away, not just one. I thought the biggest priority for End of Dragons was to lay the foundation for what Guild Wars 2 was going to be moving into the future, and I think it accomplished that goal. If you'd like to read my thoughts on End of Dragons as a whole, I wrote up a review of the expansion over on Screen Rant, and I'll include a link to that in the description, but for this video, I just want to talk about where Guild Wars 2 goes from here. Open world metas are really the lifeblood of Guild Wars 2, and the ones in End of Dragons are hit or miss, I think. Seitung Harbor is a beautiful map with an okay meta. I think New Kining City is a terrible map, and the meta's only worth doing right now because it gives a ridiculous amount of experience for the new masteries. And the Ekavald Wilds is just a mediocre version of Tangled Depths, and the two metas in the map are just fine. And then obviously Dragon's End is a whole other issue. It's a 2-hour-long meta map that was way overtuned at the start, and it's still in need of some changes. But on the whole, there's not a good enough incentive for players to want to do these metas in a month or two. Because, the biggest problems with the End of Dragons metas are that they're too long and the rewards suck. It sounds like ArenaNet is going to be addressing the rewards issue, and it could even be in today's patch, which is releasing sometime after I've recorded this video. But the rewards need to be good enough to justify the time it takes to complete these metas, which means more gold, potential lottery drops like infusions, and I think daily antique summoning stones in a similar fashion to amalgamated gemstones in the Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire metas. Because right now, being limited to buying just 5 of them a week is ridiculous when you need 100 for the new legendaries. And as for strikes, they've mostly come as advertised. They're definitely better than the strikes in the Icebrood Saga. They're perfectly doable with pugs, and if challenge modes follow through with bringing strikes up to the same difficulty level as a raid, then that should remain the model moving forward. A story encounter, a more challenging encounter for a 10-man squad, and a raid level encounter all under the umbrella of strikes. And on top of that, strikes are going to need a dramatic increase in rewards, and in my opinion, the easiest answer here is a new set of legendary armor that can be earned by doing the strikes. And last but not least, Guild Wars 2 shouldn't abandon 5-man content either. Whether it continues to be fractals, or the reintroduction of dungeons, or yet another new system, the game should feature the open world, 5-man content, and 10-man content for its PvE to be in a truly great place. End of Dragons did its job in laying the groundwork for Guild Wars 2's future, but now it's hugely important that the next season of the Living World continues developing these systems so that the game's 4th expansion can truly bring it to the next level.